Hello again. Channel War on Gold here, seeing if it's working or not. I just wanted to make a quick video about how I intend to hold my gold and silver. As you can see, it's mostly silver. Well, it's all silver here I have right now. I intend on holding my gold always, that I would never actually have to sell it, give it up. That sounds pretty greedy. Sounds like an old prospector or something. But yeah, no, I think that's the intention of gold. So that, obviously we know it's more of an emergency. It's a hedge against the other things in your life that would be considered investments. Silver is the same, but for the amount that I would have of silver, I don't have an awful amount like I know others do. I would trade it if the ratio of how many ounces of silver it takes to get 1 ounce of gold, which right now I believe is in the 80s. 80 some ounces of silver gets you 1 ounce of gold. I want to see that ratio go down, and if it ever hit probably in the 60s, I would take those 60 some ounces and I would trade them in for gold. I would never give up all the silver, but I would also still buy silver after. So, but I would use what I have and what I'm getting now if the price actually hits all-time highs, which would then be above, 50 US dollars per ounce. If that ever happened and it went even higher than that or whatever, I would take a portion, even the majority, and trade it up for gold, taking that opportunity. But then I would still keep buying silver. Gold, if I ever had to sell gold for an emergency or whatever the case may be, I would hopefully still be able to buy gold after. But that's kind of how I see this plan. Yeah, it's just, to be honest, for being honest here, you have only so much money to allocate towards savings, investments. I pay into a pension. I have a mortgage. Those, in a small way, are investments, right? They're securing my future. This is really the only thing. Like, I don't do stocks or anything like that. If I ever could, I probably would, but I really don't have room for that right now. And that's the point of kind of this channel, is I don't, it's not super sexy, because I really don't have the means to just put myself to many, many places. I wanted to show you something else here. This is kind of a present to myself. This right here is a 24 karat gold chain and cross. And kind of a hard thing to try and come by in North America, because we mostly want our jewelry in 10 karat and 14 karat. So I had to scour for this. Really didn't scour that much, but I wanted it to be pure gold. Sorry, I keep fumbling around. It's pretty great. The whole thing's pure gold except for the clasp here, the lobster clasp as they call it. That's 18 karat because for strength purposes, obviously. But even this here that it ties to, it's all 24 karat. So it's got such a different color to it than, say, something that's 10 karat, something that's 14 karat, even 18 karat. The lobster clasp, you can tell even by looking at it. If you look at it long enough, you can see it's got that, doesn't have as dense a yellow. It's very clear. It's very obvious. I love that. This is just another way. This is kind of that Eastern style, I suppose, of wearing your wealth. And I mean, I hope I would never have to give this up, but in an emergency, if it ever needed to be given away, it's worth its weight in gold. And that's kind of how that's why I'm fascinated by gold and silver. It's the old way of doing things, and we might think we're in a very new technological age, which obviously we are, but it doesn't matter, because things deteriorate and systems fail and they have to be restarted, and money does fail and it has to be restarted, and that will probably have to happen eventually. I don't know when, but it's just inevitable. So yeah, this fascinates me to get into this. I'm late to the game. as a guy who buys silver and gold, I don't want to say that I'm a stacker, even though that's kind of what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm fascinated by the history of it. I'm fascinated by the metals themselves and just how they're viewed in the world. And then, of course, as we see the trends coming up, is that they are coming back into vogue, I guess, and people are starting to look in their direction again as a hedge. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you later.